Google Ads in 2026 is not about finding a magic setting. Success comes from better tracking, cleaner data, and smarter diagnostics. In this video, I'll show you exactly what you need to change so you can improve your ROI with more confidence. We work with a wide range of service and e-com businesses, managing a combined ad spend of around $1 million a year on Google and Meta ads for clients who need better returns, cleaner tracking, better insights, and a more technical path to a positive ROI. Why is the old Google Ads playbook breaking? Time and time again, in our audits, we see the same old playbook for Google Ads. Poor structure, incorrect or no segmentation, poor match typing, random bid or budget adjustments, and an unclear conversion signal, or worse, no conversion tracking at all. Just last week, we ordered a Google Ads account that had 4 core issues that, when fixed, perfectly summarize the new way to run Google Ads in 2026. Campaign intent, segmented structures, match typing, and proper training of the pixel. The new strategy starts with understanding the correct campaign intent. In 2026, Google is now showing your ads by semantic match, meaning it's showing your ads to people who search your terms and interrelated terms. So correct campaign intent means grouping your campaigns and ad groups by service or offering, ensuring your ads are always relevant to the customers, and in turn refining Google's understanding of the full context of your campaign. For example, if you're a plumber with a generic campaign and a variety of keywords like leaking tap, burst pipe, or after hours plumber, these searches are going to be very different people, right? One's going to be stressed, one's going to be looking for a fix in the next day or two, and the other one's going to be ringing plumbers every second of every minute to stop the flooding of their house. So you want to ensure that each intent group is segmented, so when Google looks at your surrounding keywords in that list, they're clear about the type of person it should match to. This is more and more important in 2026 after Google Ads matching updates. Over the last year or two, Google has loosened the way they match the customers' search terms to the actual keywords. And in addition, the push towards broad match and automated options like AI Max has been a massive influx in poor quality traffic. So when we have a look at the search term report and add in the column for keywords, we can see what phrase match and exact used to represent. So we'll do that now. So when we jump in this account and go to our previous ad group before we took over, can have a look at the search terms, and what we'll look at here is we'll look at the search terms the customer's typing in and the actual keywords they matched against. So as you can see here, this account was riddled with broad match. Now, while the keyword report said that they were typing in house of sale, Bay of Plenty, the best real estate agent near me, the real estate agents near me, property agents near me, you can see that the actual search terms for the majority of these were either branded traffic, address searches going to completely different keywords, and the list goes on and on. Cheap houses matched against real estate, kitty, and on and on and on. So what phrase used to represent, for those of you who remember the previous way match types used to work, is the search term had to include the keywords for phrase in any particular order, anything before or anything after, whereas exact had to be the exact keyword in exact term. So here's a prime example of exact. What the customer typed in perfectly matches the keyword. When we jump into an ad group that we'd created, you can still see that the match type, while there is a significant of phrase and exact matching, which is awesome, there is the odd close variation. Now, the close variation is the warning flag we're looking for, right? We wanted to make sure that the search term that Google is considering relevant, is it relevant or not? So multi-listings real estate versus property for sale. Open homes and Tauranga matching against Tauranga real estate. Now, while a lot of these are relevant, you want to make sure that you're adding correct negatives in your account. So what you want to be doing is you want to be consistently checking your search term reports and consistently adding negative keywords to ensure that you're only paying Google for the clicks that actually are good and intentful for your account. You want to be driving the needle with Google Ads, not just sending a nice report. But arguably the most important is the pixel mistraining. Now this can be caused by a number of factors, but the two most common ones are fake inflated conversions. So for example, conversions firing twice, or conversions firing on a page view, so for example /contact, rather than the actual form submission, or conversions that are not aligned to the campaign's intent. For example, the campaign we just looked at had an intent of bringing in new customers from keywords like real estate Tauranga, but was bringing in branded traffic. Now that misalignment is going to train the pixel to always go after the low-hanging fruit being brand rather than the actual customer that's going to buy from you who hasn't bought from you in the past. So the first thing we did when we came in here is we separated the campaigns and added negative terms for the brand to ensure that the pixel is being trained on relevant searches to the relevant campaigns. From there, we continue to work with the customer to make sure the leads that are coming in are relevant, high quality, and have buying intent. Now, knowing the new way to run Google Ads is one thing, but actually rebuilding the account around clean structure, better conversion data, campaign structures that work, and really optimizing Google Ads to the nth degree is where most businesses get stuck. If you want to know what improvements can be done in your account, you can check the first link in the description and get a free account audit from me and my team on what's broken, how to fix the technical gaps, and how to improve ROI without the guesswork. But even more importantly, watch our new video on the #1 best Google Ads campaign setup to get a deeper look at how we set up our campaigns. Once you understand the right setup, you'll never look at Google Ads optimization the same way again.